I have a question for you. I was thinking about this last night. I'm not sure why. I think it's because I was looking at some photos of old places. So do you of just like old apartments that I used to live in? What was the apartment in Moscow like? How many rooms was it?
Just a minute. I think that you should get the ladies checked into the hotel. Okay. And after I wash my face and change. You don't remember?
Well, I remember
with all the pictures of you in there.
I remember there was like kind of a galley kitchen.
Yeah, very narrow.
Right.
And at the one side there was like a little counter.
Right.
And that's where we had our breakfast and our lunch.
Right.
And then at the end of the kitchen was a door.
Right.
I think it was a door. I know there was a window because we used to watch the fireworks.
Yeah, and that was a door, essentially.
Okay. And on the other side of the counter, there was the refrigerator.
And the sink.
And the sink. Right, the sink was on the end, and the stove was next to the refrigerator.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And at the end of the counter on this side, there was a door, and that opened up to the back stairwell of the building, which was very scary because there were mice. Very old building, mice all over the place, running inside. And out there is where the washer and dryer were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that was out the door on the side of the stairs there.
Yeah, I hated to go out. It was right on a little landing there.
Did you see mice just every now and then, or is it every time?
Okay, now in the bedroom, I could hear the mice. They were in the walls. I never saw any mice. They were in the walls.
Oh.
And that building, they were going to redo it. You know, they started building another building because this one had so many bugs in it.
Right.
We're not talking about insects.
Right.
And they were building the other one, and I believe in that one they were finding bugs.
Oh.
So I think they went back to the old one, and I don't know what the story is now. So that was the kitchen.
Okay.
And then when you got into the room, and you got into the apartment, there was just a tiny little hallway. There was a desk with a phone. I mean, a little table with a phone. And then this is the door coming in, and then there would be your dining room table, the big table.
And then to the right would be the living room.
And then straight down, opposite the table, would be the living room.
Living room, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if you go past the living room, that's where there was rooms.
Right, and if you go left, we're going right now out of the little tiny place. If you go left, yeah, if you go left, there's, a little confused. Well, there was my bedroom and your father's. And then
wasn't the bathroom next to that?
Your room. I don't remember the bathroom. And then you had, let's see, somebody had the nanny slept. I think you and John had your own room. Was it two of John, the crib, and then you have a little bed?
Did we share the room?
I think so.
Right. And it's a big room.
I think the room was not big. We divided, that room was divided to make room for the nanny. And maybe John remembers.
No, he's too young to remember.
He's asking me
what the place in Moscow looked like, the apartment looked like.
I don't remember anything.
I just remember John in the crib getting that powder all over him. And from that little shelf on top of his bed.
Weren't there like huge windows in the room that looked out?
The living room had all of the windows were huge.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what.
I'm going to go buy beverages. Does anybody want anything?
You should get some more waters.
Oh, where are you going?
I don't know.
Well, I have Cokes. I have a 6-pack of Cokes in the car. and a loaf of bread
Yes.
and another little bag for you to bring in. Okay,
Is that a new one?
Yeah.
this is from Shriners.
Is it a credit card?
John, with the Rocket Miles, should I put them into Amtrak? Because I can also put the Rocket Miles into American Airlines or Avios.
Yes.
What? Into Amtrak or Avios? Or American?
How many?
10,000 per night?
No, that's not right.
No, I get 10,000 miles for each night in New York City.
Oh. Then, and what are your choices?
Oh, we'll talk about it later.
So,
You're not going to the office?
I went to the office earlier. I need a break from all the rejections. My Wendy's company sent me. Thank you for the.
Is that the one you had to face to face?
No, that was School of Rock. They haven't come back to me. So.
Well, you shouldn't let it get you down. Christopher is the king of rejects. He knows where it's at.
I do.
You just have to.
Well, I think I'm taking the lead there. Okay, so you don't need anything?
Well, I talked to Arthur Houston and get some answers.
He
I
said
don't
that
even.
we have a little water, but
Is that Monestra?
Yes.
it's going to be. But I just can't take all this fucking pressure.
Hi.
Bye-bye. Yeah, I remember the rooms having these I remember there was a closet in there, a very big closet, and big enough for me to fit in and hide. And then there were these big windows in the room.
All the windows were large. You know. I hope somebody hires him.
Oh, yeah, that'll happen.
Well, you have to tell him.
Oh, yes.
Of course.
That was the girl that the police were making inquiries about? I thought they found her.
Oh, yes, she turned out.
I don't remember the
And when
bathroom.
she left your office, someone was following her.
But why?
All right.
Oh, but you do know her, Mr. Houston.